welcome to Around the Book, episode 23. This week is going to be a little bit different. We started this thing right before football. I think we were in like week one of college football, so we've always had football to talk about and bet on. Now with the lull in the season, basically, we're going to try to flex our muscle here and see what we can get going in any other sports. Before we do that, does anyone want to talk about how their weekend went? Any bets they were excited about or pissed about from the games?
I was a little disappointed with the Lions. I did take them to cover, so I was happy about that. And I did say, I feel like this will probably be a backdoor cover. But that was the most roundabout backdoor cover. It was like a backdoor cover to a backdoor cover.
Yeah.
Being up 17 on halftime and then being down 10 with like 3 minutes left. And they just snuck out a garbage time touchdown and tried to do an onside kick. I mean, the cover felt great either way. I never doubted the cover for a second. But man, that was a weird game to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was – I'm like still in shock that the 49ers pulled that out. I don't know.
It was all just a dream.
It was.
Yeah, I had a god-awful weekend when it came to betting. It was really bad. Like 0-2 NFL. I had Baltimore minus 3.5. They lost outright. Detroit lost. Pretty much all my golf picks missed except for Nikolai Højgaard. I think he was the only one that hit. And then even my tennis pick, which I thought was a lock, taking Djokovic to win the Australian Open, he ended up not even making the finals.
Yeah.
It was disastrous.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say this, but this was probably one of my better weekends I've ever had. So,
Same. I was just about to say.
I mean, I feel like – go ahead, my bad, Jake.
I hit my soccer bet didn't hit, but my golf bet hit, and then I went 3-0 in the NFL. So it was nice because I had at one point I was like 8 games over 500 in the NFL, and it kind of fell off, but it was nice to have a good little 3-0 week. Yeah, hopefully with the Super Bowl we can make it even better, but we'll see.
Yeah, I had my first undefeated NFL, even though it was just, I don't know, 2 games to choose from. It still felt good to finally get one on the board of undefeated.
See, betting against your team works.
Well, no, I took the over in that game. I didn't even bet against it. I was like, I can't even do that. I was like, I'll just take the over, and then the Chiefs' money line was a lock from that first drive. I mean, they just marched down the field on the Ravens.
How many turnovers did the Ravens have in that game? Was it 3? It felt like a lot.
Yeah, and it could have easily been like 5.
Yeah, I mean, once Flowers fumbled at the goal line, I mean, you knew it was over.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm not a Ravens fan at all, but that just felt like a gut punch.
It did. I felt
oh man, it hurt.
Yeah. Like, and then, but the Travis Kelce, I had over 5.5 receptions, and he had like 11. I think he had like all of the receptions by like the end of the first quarter almost. I remember like at the end of the first quarter, Jake's like, "There's the receptions." I was like, "Yep, there they are."
Did I end up being the one to blow that parlay? Was my pick the only one that didn't hit?
No, I missed this week too.
Okay.
I think
what was yours? Also. The Gibbs receiving. Who had the Gibbs receiving yards?
I had Brandon Ayuk receiving yards.
Yeah.
And he almost basically got shut out in this game, if not for a deflection off a face mask.
Thank God for that ladybug.
That was it. That was the difference in the game right there.
The 49ers, media team, they made a picture and they photoshopped the ladybug on his receiving gloves. It was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen, but hilarious.
That play will live in infamy in Detroit forever.
Yeah. I mean, It was gonna. I mean, they were gonna be down there anyways. But there was a flag, unfortunately, but like it just made it worse that he caught it. I think it just gave him like that extra juice. After that.
As soon as he caught that ball, I knew San Francisco was winning that game. That was the moment where I was like, it's meant to happen.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna save my Super Bowl stuff for next week, I guess, because there's so much I want to talk about. But
yeah, next week's going to be jam packed full of stuff.
yeah, we'll wait for that. So I guess we kind of just let's talk. Do we have any live bets going on? I know me personally, I have Florida money line right now, and they're down by 1 with 6:42 left.
I have Rice money line, and they're winning by 4.
Okay, and then I know JT was rooting for Detroit Red Wings. What are we looking like?
Just going into overtime, tied at 2.
That works. That'll hit my 1 plus 1.5 Senators, so I'll take
There
that.
you
So I got the quad box going right now.
Here we go.
I got 4 more college basketball picks that will not hit, I'm sure. Maybe this Florida – I got Florida money line at plus 340. It's probably gone down a little bit since then. I got it about 5 minutes ago. Penn State minus 1.5 at minus 120 against Rutgers. That's not looking bad right now. And I got UConn minus 11.5 against Providence. They're up 1 right now, late in the first half, so they got work to do in the second half. And I got in the Vanderbilt Auburn game, I got over 141.5 at minus 120. Also got them parlayed together at plus 27-23 odds. So should be a fun little play. The picks aren't looking too bad right now. A lot of the games are early and just started. The one that is late is the Florida game, and as Casey just said, that pick's looking pretty solid right now.
I was just able to get a cast in here while we're going, so I'll be checking that every so often. But I know Jake, you said Rice. I think I'm going to be there for right now. I think I'm going to stay here. I'm going to see what this Providence game looks like. You're probably like 5 or so minutes into the second half, because right now they're only down 1 to number 1 UConn going into the halftime. So one to keep an eye on. But I guess we'll just stay on theme with college basketball, or I had some college basketball picks for this week. I'm going to take Nebraska money line over Wisconsin. Wisconsin's ranked number 6 right now, playing really good ball. The Big Ten sneakily has like some teams that could go far in the tournament this year. I think Nebraska's one of them. Northwestern with Boo Buie, even though they just lost to Purdue tonight. Speaking of the game, did you see the coach get ejected after the game for Northwestern?
How do you get ejected after the game?
I have no idea. I have no idea what happened, but like he was like storming off, but then he like stopped and shaked the Purdue's coach hand, and he was like waving to the fans and student section as he was leaving. I don't know. He was having a manic episode or something.
I feel like that's like a movie like scene, like, hey ref, I effed your mother. Hey, did you can't eject me? The game's already over. What are you gonna do? It's like, what does that accomplish, Nathan?
Yeah.
I would imagine it suspends him for the next competition.
It could.
Or at least subjects him to possible punishment by the NCAA. That'd be my only guess.
Yeah.
I like my movie scene scenario better, where it's just like a scene out of like, what was that? Not Tropic Thunder. Was it Tropic? Yeah, Let's Get Tropical.
Oh, yeah.
Jackie Moon.
He had the dream of the alley-oop.
Corn dogs, Jackie.
Yeah.
For all these people. My favorite lines.
That dude is like a side character in so many good movies. That guy who plays that ref.
But that's exactly the kind of exchange I'm picturing in this scenario.
Yeah. And then this weekend, I'm going to go with a little parlay here. I'm going to take the money line for Houston over Kansas. Kansas is looking like a dumpster fire for a blue blood this year so far. Damn, Florida almost just hit a 3. North Carolina money line over Duke. Duke's not looking great. North Carolina, even though I think they lost. Did they lose yesterday?
Yeah.
I think they did.
Yeah.
This will be a bounce back game, rivalry. And then I'm going to take, even though I'm betting against them right now, I'm going to take UK money line over Tennessee. And I'm going to parlay that together. The odds aren't out on a sportsbook yet, but I'm just going to go ahead and put that up. And then I'll actually post it on Twitter if anyone wants to follow it so you can see the odds for it once it does pop. It'll probably be Friday night, I'm assuming. They'll usually do like the next day where you can get odds. But that's going to be my college basketball picks for the weekend. Does anyone else have any for any of the games this week coming up?
No more college basketball.
Nope, this is going to be a hands-off week for me as I get ready for a million Super Bowl prop bets.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Jake? Do you have any other college?
No more college basketball now.
Okay. All right. Well, speaking of prop bets, I know JT, you said you had an MVP. Do you want to reveal it yet, or are you going to keep it?
No, I'll roll out this MVP bet because it's such a long shot that it's not even worth mentioning with the rest of the normal prop bets.
I'm excited to hear it. I haven't even heard it yet.
So, you floated out, your MVP candidate, and that got me thinking, okay, I like that. I like that thought process, but it's too safe. I need longer odds for my MVP.
Hold on. All right, no, go ahead. Before you reveal it, tell us, because I want to take a guess on who I think it is.
Okay. So I stuck to the same side of the ball.
Okay.
So, and I got this at plus, I think, 60,000.
Same side of the ball. I'm going to go with Fred Warner's side mate there, Jerry Greenlaw.
It's a good guess, but the wrong team.
Damn.
So I got Trent McDuffie, Super Bowl MVP at plus 60,000. The longest shot is plus 75,000. Those are like offensive linemen for either team.
Yeah.
So getting a defensive player who plays 100% of the snaps typically, at 60,000, that feels like good value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if there's one quarterback who I think is going to make mistakes and turn the ball over, because that's the only way a defensive players get an MVP is they force turnovers and they score touchdowns. Cornerback's probably going to do it, especially with that cute little quarterback in San Francisco throwing the ball.
Yeah.
I was going to say if he gets a pick six, that might do it right there.
Yeah, the Chiefs. I'm spacing on their linebacker's name, but he was almost MVP last year. Nick Bolton.
Oh, yeah.
So, and, Kansas City has one of the greatest defensive coordinators of all time. He's closing in on maybe his 4th Super Bowl win. So, a quarterback I don't trust, throwing against a playmaking corner with a great defensive coach on his side, I'll take plus 60,000.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm putting $350 on that, and I'm getting a $2,100 payout if it hits.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just get into mine. I took Fred Warner at plus 18,000. Now, the San Francisco defense looked like shit last week, and against Green Bay and all year, just compared to the previous 4 seasons they've had. But it's a Super Bowl. You have to get up for this one. So, I think the play is going to be up there. I don't know. I think this is when Fred Warner does his best work, is when the lights are the brightest. I'm expecting, like we were talking about, like a pick six, hopefully, or like maybe a fumble and a pick or a couple picks, something like that. Like, I don't know. Plus 18,000, I'll take it. I'm probably going to pick some different ones here and there, but that's going to be my longest shot I think I'm going to take for this year.
18,000 is good, but it's no 60,000.
It's not. Damn. Kentucky
JT, just
took a
reminded
2-point
me of
lead.
something with your pick. What was the name of the Bucks corner that won Super Bowl MVP against the Raiders that picked off Gannon like 2 or 3 times? What was his
Was it
name?
Dexter Jackson?
That sounds right. This is what made me think of. I was trying to think of like corners that have won Super Bowl MVP. I think did Malcolm Butler win it too?
He might. I don't think so. I think that was like his only play, but it was such a big play. It makes me feel like he might have.
Yeah, I forget.
That's going to bother me if that's right or not. I want to say Dexter Jackson.
Gruden just gave their defense his defense the Raiders playbook.
I'm looking it up, and I just saw they threw 3 pick sixes.
Oh yeah, it was horrible.
Do you guys
I
know?
didn't know there were 3.
Yeah, Jackson had one. Derek Brooks had one. Derek Brooks might have had 2, honestly.
I think Jackson had 2 picks.
He did.
I think
Brooks had 2
Gannon
as
threw-
well, but he got the second one, which was a pick 6 after they'd already cast the voting. It was like at the very end of the game.
I think Gannon threw like 4 or 5 picks that game. It was horrible.
MVP that year.
Before we go
Yeah.
any further, we were getting raided by the Dixon Way. I don't know if that's a joke or if it's real. If it's real, thank you. We appreciate the support. Everyone watching, we really appreciate it. If it is a joke, hilarious. If not, we really appreciate the showing coming out. So thank you guys. But sorry, yeah. So anyone else got any MVP odds that they want to go out for?
I'll probably
Yeah.
have one next week, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna save my Super Bowl picks for next week. I'll have a good 5 to 10 leg parlay. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my MVP one will be separate. It will not be a part of any parlays. It's just too ridiculous.
Oh,
At
I
the
do
same
both
time,
with
I-
everything. I hit what I do is usually for all my picks I hit stake all with like the same amount,
Yeah.
and then I take like $1 or $2 and just throw it on whatever I have in my bet slip.
Yeah.
All parlay together.
Make
I
like
got
a
an
25 leg
interesting-
parlay.
Could you imagine?
I could never imagine.
That'd be like you wouldn't have to work for the rest of your life, money.
I got a fun one this week when we get to our other miscellaneous picks.
All right. I know some of us took MLB picks. I guess we'll do those and then we'll get to our miscellaneous. So I guess Jake, do you want to kick off our MLB picks?
Sure. All right. So, with it being a little bit light this week, I took a MLB division winner parlay. And I'm going with the Orioles to win the AL East, Twins in the Central, Astros in the West, and then in the NL, the Phillies, Cubs, and Dodgers. The odds for these, the Orioles is a plus 285, Twins minus 115, Astros plus 115, Phillies plus 320, which I really like, Cubs plus 180, and Dodgers minus 400. There's not really, I guess the biggest underdog here would be the Phillies, but I feel like they've kind of owned the Braves recently. And at plus 320, I feel like that's pretty decent odds for a team that went pretty far in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
The Yankees were favored in the AL East, but I got the Orioles at plus 285. I feel like that's a little bit too high too, because the Orioles won that division last year.
Yeah.
I think they had the best record in the AL. I don't remember, but I know they were one of the top 2. But yeah, other than that, nothing really too risky. But I feel pretty confident about it.
Yeah. I mean, the one I'll go over mine. I'm sorry. Are you done with yours?
Yeah.
Or I just okay. So I did one with all the divisions, and I went So mine's going to be kind of similar. For the AL East, I went Orioles, especially with the change of ownership recently. That's like I'm hyped for them. Thanks for watching, Charles. We appreciate it. And so I think Cal Ripken Jr. is part of that group, and a few other big names. So like, they're just going to be on the up and up, man. I'm excited for that. I went with. I know JT's not going to like this. I went with the Twins for the AL Central.
Smart move.
Yeah, I mean, with Detroit, I mean, with Michigan, like with their football this past year, I mean, the Red Wings probably do something crazy. Why not the Tigers? But like the Twins,
I'll tell you why not the Tigers.
Yeah.
No one told the Tigers that the offseason has even started yet. They're just sitting there in neutral doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
hate this team.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel you.
But they just signed their draft pick. I can't think of his name, but I mean the future.
Oh yeah, Colt Keith, who has never played a single major league game, to a 6-year contract extension.
Yeah,
only for him to not win the starting second or third base job.
That's been happening a lot with prospects recently.
Yeah,
I mean he's their only option to play either of
Yeah.
those positions, so he's gonna win it. It's just.
But he was gonna. Yeah, I think he said he was going to go to Arizona State. So, but now he's going to Detroit. But anyways, AL Central, I'm going with Twins. I was on the fence. I was almost going to take the Tigers, but didn't. And then the AL West, you got to go with the Rangers. I mean, they just won it all. You got to give them their respect. Hopefully, they can go back and win it again, or win that division again at least, not win the whole damn thing. NL East, you said who'd you go with? You went with the Phillies. I'm going Braves. I think the Braves will find a way to get back this year. For the NL Central, went with the Cincinnati Reds. The rookies, man, I'm excited for them. I know the Cubs on paper should win that division, but I just have to go with the Reds, man. Until I just want to see what a full season looks like with them. If their pitching can stay healthy, they could be a 93 to 96 win team next year. So let's just hope for that. NL West, Dodgers. I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, unless San Francisco has like another gritty year like they have in the past against the Dodgers, I think the Dodgers are going to take this one, but the Dodgers will leave in the playoffs very early, first or second round.
Yeah.
If they don't win their division and they get like a wild card, they'll bounce in the wild card or next round. So that's just a little bit of hate from the NL in me, but you know what? I just have to say it. But yeah, that's my way too early MLB prediction. I'll probably do another one of these towards the end of spring training, and it'll probably look completely different. But for right now, I'm gonna roll with that.
Yeah, I also decided to do some MLB futures, and they're pretty similar to you guys. But I took a division winner and then parlayed them all together. So I got the Orioles to win the East at plus 285. This just honestly, I just wanted a fun pick. I just didn't want to pick the Yankees because that's just not fun.
I feel it.
And I feel like the Orioles, you know, they made some big strides last year as a franchise, and I think they're gonna continue to build on that. And then I got the Guardians to win the East at plus 350. So went a little outside the box there. I don't really trust the Twins or the Tigers to have sustained success. So I like Cleveland there. And then I took the Rangers at plus 190 to win the West. Because, yeah, I mean, like you said, Casey, you know, you kind of just have to go with them. In the NL East, I went with the Phillies at plus 320. I do think they are the most talented team in that division. You know, whether they put it all together is another story, but I think, you know, on paper, they got a pretty good club. And then I went a little bit different with the NL Central. I went with the Cardinals at plus 200 to win the NL Central. I mean, this is a team that has so much talent outside of pitching, but they do have some prospects coming up. They made a couple moves in the offseason. If they can just get one guy to emerge as an ace, they're shit.
Yeah, did you just see that layup on you guys?
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
That's
But yeah, I don't know. I just think if the Cardinals can find one guy to emerge as an ace, I think they could go on a deep run with how much talent is on that roster. Between the veterans and all the prospects that have come up. And then I got the Dodgers, obviously, to win the West. And parlayed together, I got those at plus 79,031. So $1 bet, which is what I'm playing, pays out 791.
oh yeah. I forgot to say my parlay for the division was plus 21,069. So I think I put $5 on it, so it's like over $1,000.
Oh yeah.
But son of a bitch, man.
Florida was looking really good there.
I know that damn putback.
I'm
one of those
watching
things
my
just
bet fall apart too.
The last 5 minutes of that game.
Yeah. How we look? So JT, who won the Red Wings game?
Senators won in overtime.
Damn.
So your cover hit comfortably.
Well, I have it in a parlay, and I need the Kings to win now, and they're up by 1 with 2:44 left.
All right, here comes an empty netter. You got this.
Yep.
All right. Can Florida get 4 points?
Yeah, they can.
26. 8 seconds.
Okay. I can't look at it right now. What do we got in golf this week? We had the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. I'm going to hit one of these 4 players to go top 20, and it's going to be this week. This parlay comes in at plus 355, so it's not going to be anything crazy, but I'm going to put a little bit more than just 1 unit on this. I'll probably do like a 2-unit play on this. But I'm going to go Xander Schauffele. Got the name right that time. Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, and Victor Hovland all to finish top 20. Like I said, it's at plus 355. So I'm going to go probably 2 units on this. I'm feeling good about this one. I keep missing these by 1 guy each week, so I just need this one to hit this time.
I like it. What was that last one you said?
Victor Hovland.
Victor Hovland.
Yeah.
I like it. I went a little outside the box with my golf picks this week because I was looking into Pebble Beach. And Pebble Beach is kind of a weird course. The way the greens are set up, they're a lot smaller. And this course is more about approach and putting than distance. So a lot of the heavyweights sometimes tend to not. A lot of the heavyweights, distance is a big part of their advantage. And this course kind of takes that out. So I have 2 top 10 picks and an outright winner this week. So I got Max Homa at plus 170 to finish top 10. This is just a course that he's played well on in the past, and he's playing well in general as of late. He is ranked pretty high right now, playing pretty well. Then I've got Maverick McNeely, ranked 193rd right now in the world golf rankings. Hurt for most of 2023. However, over the last 5 years, he leads the tour in strokes gained, in average strokes gained in the last 5 years at Pebble Beach, among those that have played at least 3 times in the last 5 years. And so he plays this course better than anybody, and he's at plus 1,100 to finish top 10. So that's the guy to grab if you can. I think he is going to very quietly have a great weekend. And then speaking of guys that play really well at that course, I'm taking a guy who doesn't win very often, usually one of those always the bridesmaid, never the bride, finishes second a lot. To win outright, though, I'm taking Patrick Cantlay at plus 18.
Watch the UK game. Hold on.
I have a Buffalo Wild Wings commercial right now.
Oh my God! Did you see what happened?
No.
Holy shit! All right, I'm sorry.
Is it good?
Yes, it's good. I know. You just want me to say it?
Yeah. Oh.
Fucking. Hold on. Is it coming back? What's the score for you right now?
It's not showing it. Just tell me.
It's going into overtime. They made a layup with 15 seconds left. Then Florida fouled. Dude only hit one free throw. Florida came down, went to go shoot a three, pump faked, had Austin Reeves jump out of his shoes, and he just popped the three, send it to regulation, or send it into overtime.
Let's go.
All right. Sorry.
Very good. So that was my last pick.
Anyways,
Cantlay at plus 1,800 to win it all. I don't think it's going to be one of the usual suspects. As well as Rory's been playing, I don't think this is a course that he's going to dominate. So yeah, those are my 3 golf picks, and I did parlay them together with a miscellaneous pick, and I'll get into that later on after we all do our golf picks and whatever else.
You said the one guy's name was Maverick McNeely?
Maverick McNeely. Yes. That is the guy.
Yeah, he absolutely passes the vibes check. I'm going to take him finishing in the top 10. I'm going to parlay it with my Trent McDuffie MVP, and I'm going to win a lot of money. That's how that's going to go down.
McNeely and McDuffie.
That's right.
Did you finally get to see it yet, Dalton?
They were already in overtime when it came back.
Commercial.
So overtime is tipping off right now for me.
I'm way behind you then.
Yeah.
All right. What else do I have?
I have a golf bet too. Real quick.
All right. Okay. What's up?
My live bet is also Rice is losing by 1 point with a minute 40 to go.
Oh my God.
I'm a little bit stressed, but I only have one bet this week. I took Colin Morikawa to win outright at plus 2,000. Something I also really like is him to be in the top 5 at plus 400. I think both of those are really good odds for him. He's one of the better golfers on the tour. He's played well at this course in the past, and Dalton was kind of getting into it, but this course, you kind of need to be really accurate with your irons, and that's one of the places where Morikawa excels. He's very, very good with his irons, and I think that's going to translate well this weekend as it has in the past. And at plus 2,000 to win, I feel like those are some pretty good odds.
Yeah.
I like that pick. I thought about him. I just got scared off because I bet him the last couple of weeks, and then last week he didn't make the cut. But I think that might give you a good odd. That might be a thing that's giving you a good odds boost right now. That it might be good to capitalize on that right now. Because if he plays the way he can, he should easily finish top 5. He could be a big threat to win that.
Yeah.
Especially it being a California course.
There's 1 minute left in the Rice game, 65-65. Oh, he just hit a 3 for the lead.
Rice did?
Yes.
And you need Rice to win, right?
Yeah, I just took their money line.
Oh my God. I'm way behind.
Let's go.
Do you want to know the score right now, Casey?
No, hold on. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone and I'll get a better live representation of where the score's at.
I'm at 249 left.
Yeah, okay. It's 86-86.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad right now.
Yeah. Dude from UK just missed a
Missed
free
that
throw.
free throw.
All right, I got it. All right, we're good.
So-
We're good. We're good.
Are we at miscellaneous picks time?
Yeah, we are at miscellaneous. If you have like a ping pong match you're betting on, let's hear about it.
Well, I got some NASCAR this
Okay.
week. So the Daytona 500 isn't until next week, but this weekend we have the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. So this is where the week before the NASCAR season officially kicks off, a lot of the top drivers go to the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, and they put a quarter-mile track in the Coliseum. Literally a quarter mile. So, if like Bristol is known as the blender, this is the emulsifier.
Yeah.
It is just going to be around this track. It's going to be ridiculous.
How many cars race in it?
What?
How many cars race in it?
I imagine it's not a full field, but it's I would imagine it's at least 25.
Gee.
That's wild.
What's a full NASCAR field is like
43.
43. Jesus.
So yeah, it's gonna be wild. Short track. This is a short track driver's dream. And the last few years, Joe Gibbs Racing has done really well at this track. Specifically, Denny Hamlin, who I'm taking to win outright in this race. And I have him to win outright at plus 1,100 for the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. And if you parlay that bet with the golf bets, so if you just want to watch golf and NASCAR all weekend, you parlay that with my 3 golf picks, it is at plus 738,620. So a $1 bet pays out over 7,300. So
You
there's
will have to report that on your taxes.
yeah. Imagine auditing someone and you just see it pay out.
Yeah.
Just this massive golf and NASCAR.
Yeah.
payout. Sir, you need to pay taxes.
Yeah.
Denny Hamlin and Maverick McGee.
Man, let's go. 89-87 Florida.
Loving it.
How you looking, Jake? How's Rice looking?
69-65 Rice with 28 seconds left.
All right.
And they're still shooting free throws, so I'm feeling pretty
I was
confident.
going to say it's about to be a foul fest, so hopefully they can at least make half of them.
They missed they shot so many free throws in like a 5-minute span, and I swear they missed like 10 in a row or something.
Mm-hmm.
They almost choked it away, but
Oh my god.
yeah, they're up by 5 now. So
They'll be all right. They'll be all right.
I'm also watching this Penn State Rutgers game right now, and Rutgers has one of the grossest looking dudes I've seen. Just I mean, just the ultimate like
gross isn't like
basketball player.
yeah.
Like weird, like it's like so it's this
What is it? Who
white
did-
guy with the
who-
giant rec specs,
Oh
and he's
god.
got the white undershirt on under his jersey. It just looks. It's a look.
So
That is
you're
the
an
only way to describe it. It is. It is
your
a
everyday
look.
center in the Big Ten, basically.
Well, he's a wing. That's the funny thing.
Did Casey just go underwater?
Sorry, I was taking a drink. My bad. And then I was looking at the score of the game. I'm trying to think. I did have. Oh yeah, my future. I forgot about my San Francisco to win the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year is 10-1 right now. So I still have not been offered a cash out. I'm not going to take it, even if I do get one offered to me. But I'm like, this will be my first big successful future if God is willing to let this happen. You know what I mean?
It's surprising what they won't offer like a cash
Yeah.
out for.
Yeah.
Like my wide receiver future that I hit, I only needed like 60 yards from Terry McLaurin, and they're just like, no, enjoy riding that one out. And I'm like,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But it hit.
It did. That was their bad.
They just wanted you to sweat it out.
Yeah.
I did too. It barely hit. Scary Terry lived up to his name.
Did anyone have any live bets from football this weekend?
I don't know if I really live bet these games too much. I live bet some of the I just been live betting drive results on the Chiefs Bills game. I was watching a lot of that, so I was just betting on drive result. Didn't have a great weekend this week.
Yeah.
But it is fun. I will say it is. It has become one of my favorite ways to watch games that I'm not invested in. It does make it a lot of fun.
Yeah. Did you see they missed the UK missed the layup?
Yeah. We got a minute left.
I know we're under a minute. 50 seconds. Florida up 2. Come on. How are we looking? Is the Rice game over yet?
70-67.
Oh my
Shooting
God.
free throws, and he missed the first.
Oh
my
my
God.
God. We just need to make one because worst case scenario they could foul on a 3.
I already know how this story goes.
Nah, dude, you're good. It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. But yeah, I don't have anything else. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but every day starting tomorrow, I might post a prop of the day, or if you guys want to put a prop of the day up, we can start just doing some daily stuff. Because I know for me at least, if not, I probably have at least half a unit on at least one college game every night or something like that. I'm always getting in something every night, so I'm willing to post something every day, especially if we're gonna have a down week for the weekend with basketball. I know, when is the NHL All-Star break? Is that this weekend?
The trade deadline is in over a month.
I think it's the weekend after this week.
Yeah, it's coming.
It could be this
All-Star's
weekend.
coming up soon.
Yeah. So, do they ever do props for that or anything?
I don't know. It's hard to find props on all of the All-Star stuff.
Yeah.
Probably for the best.
I don't know. I really wanted to bet on the quarterback skills challenge stuff.
I wanted to bet on
Let's bring
dodgeball.
back the old-
Yeah. Dude, I love when they would just have quarterbacks throw it as far as they could.
God,
That was the best.
the old quarterback skills challenge was the best, and especially because and I still love whenever NFL Network will put on ones from 2001 or whatever, and you're just oh, there's
Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh and Mark Brunell. It's ridiculous.
He's just freaking slinging it 67 yards downfield.
Jake Delhomme has a cannon.
Yeah. What?
I forgot. I forgot my future for the NHL.
Okay. Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted to get it in before we wrap up the show. So, I was looking at odds for Stanley Cup today, and I was thinking, some of the high scoring teams I really like, and there are 6 teams in the NHL who have scored more than 170 goals. Those teams are the Colorado Avalanche, who are plus 800 to win it all, the Boston Bruins, who are plus 950, the Dallas Stars, plus 1,200, the Vancouver Canucks, plus 1,600, and the Tampa Bay Lightning are plus 2,000. The 6th team is all the way down here at plus 9,000. So a huge gap in terms of value with one of the highest scoring teams in the NHL. And that is the Detroit Red Wings. So, they're a team I put a future bet on at the beginning of the year just because, I wanted them to be good. They had good depth, but they've emerged as an offensive powerhouse. They started the year out a little, they started hot and then they had some goalie situation to figure out. Now they've got their goalie. They're getting healthy. Trade deadline's coming up. There's talk of them trading for, guys like Jacob Chikrin, to help solidify that defense so they're not just scoring 4 goals a game to win. Detroit Red Wings, good value right now, plus 9,000 to win the Stanley Cup compared to all these other high-scoring teams.
Yeah, I mean, Michigan's just been on a tear in the past 12 months. I mean, light it up, might as well.
It's like that Endgame gif.
Yeah.
All your teams won the championship. What did it cost you? The Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
I saw this tweet. The Pistons won the same day that the Lions lost to the 49ers, and it said that the city of Detroit had to sacrifice to win for the Pistons.
Yeah.
It's like their 5th win of the year.
I'm pretty sure the Lions will have won more games than the Pistons will win all season. Like, if the bar is like the 14 mark where the Lions got to in the end, I don't think the Pistons are going to cross that. It's brutal.
A little bit of breaking news.
I was actually thinking about the Lions earlier today. I was thinking about teams that have not been to a Super Bowl yet. And I was like thinking about, I forget how I was thinking about Super Bowl appearances in general and how like a lot of like the blue bloods make up most of the appearances, like a shocking amount. And the Lions are one of 4 teams to have never made a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And the other 3 are all like expansion teams from like the last 30 years.
Yeah, it's the not Titans, the Texans,
the Jags.
Jags.
Texans, Jags, and Browns. And the Browns are technically an expansion team because the original Browns are the Ravens.
Yeah. I know, it's crazy.
It's wild.
Yeah, the Lions have been around for like 75 years.
Yeah. The Lions are one of those franchises where their fan base is still pretending that NFL championships mean something.
Yeah. I was happy they had this little run.
Yeah.
Because people like me, my age, we've never seen a playoff win in our lifetime. And here I am with a house and a career and kids. And it's like, what's a Lions playoff win? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like this is some huge shit, but like I kind of felt bad like them. Like, man, I want them more. Like it's hard to not like them.
Yeah.
Like, Story, like Dan Campbell, all the players, like except for CJ Gardner-Johnson. I fucking hate him.
He sucks.
Yeah.
But Dan Campbell's easy to root for.
Oh my gosh. And I like everyone's like, it's his fault. I'm like, dude, he's been playing like this all year.
Yeah.
You don't change up just because you're at the playoffs, man.
No.
I will say that I think it was 4th and 3 when they were down by 3 in the 4th quarter. I might have kicked the ball there. But all the other ones I do agree with.
Yeah, when they were down 10, is that what you mean?
Oh yeah, that one.
I think they needed to field goal to tie it for it.
Yeah, there was like I think it was like 7 or 8 minutes left, and they were down by 3, and they went for it on 4th and 3, and they were at like the 25 or something, and then they didn't get it, and then the San Francisco ended up scoring a TD to make it 2.
Yeah.
See, I liked that one better than the first one. The first one I wanted to kick the field goal because just watching the game, the 49ers looked like they were about to fold. Their body language was terrible. Going back up 17 after they just fought so hard to get a field goal that I felt like they were just about to roll over and die.
I think we might be good, Dalton.
2.8 up 4.
Yeah.
2 seconds flat up 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you pick it, Jake?
Yeah, it was stressful. They they were up by 2, and then with like 2 seconds left, shooting free throws. They missed the free throw, and then the guy who rebounds gets to like half court and chucks a 3 to win, and it hit like 2 different spots on the rim, and then didn't go in. But
Wow.
god damn, did it make me
Dude,
nervous
all right,
for a
now I'm getting a
second.
little now I'm getting a little nervous, Dalton. Now I'm getting a little
Watching
nervous.
knockoff Grayson Allen shoot free throws.
Yeah. JT,
I don't
but
know
to
who
your
this
point,
kid is, but he just looks like dollar store brand Grayson Allen.
he's like his family's a legend in UK lore. His mom and dad played for the school, so but to your point, JT, that fourth, it was like 4th and 2 when it Goff like threw it to his back foot almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one, I think the kill shot was picking up that first down. I think a field goal was probably better for San Fran in that situation, in my opinion, because they weren't able to stop them to that point. Like they were just they were picking up all the first downs or get touchdowns. I don't know. I felt like if they would have got the first down there, that was going to be more of a freaking soul crusher than anything. So I get it.
It would have been, but stopping them it gives them a pulse. Like, hey, we can stop this team. We aren't dead.
Yeah.
Like even a missed field goal, it's like, okay, we stopped them, but they kind of messed up. We didn't really do anything to block that field goal.
Yeah. I guess it's just one of them high risk, high reward type deals, and it didn't work out.
Right. And that's not why they lost,
Yeah.
They were
reflection off
good
the face
plays
mask.
too,
Mhm.
because I think 2 of them were just dropped. But
Yeah.
the idea in the pass was good. It just Jameson Williams.
They had a couple of brutal drops. They had that fumble right off after the score. There were a lot of factors that played into that collapse, not just those
Yeah.
4th down calls not working out.
Mm-hmm. But all right, before we start like just going crazy on football talk, I guess we can. Does anyone else have anything miscellaneous? All right, we're good. We did it, Dalton. We did it. We sweated it out. We got it. So boom, that was 2 underdog hits live. Pick that.
There we go.
Cooking.
Cooking. All right, let's keep it going then.
We're not complete idiots.
No, we're not. Oh, damn, and they beat them at rough. That's even more like, damn.
Yeah.
UK, what are you doing?
Why,
But,
they're ranked. They're the number 10 team in the country.
Yeah.
Am I reading that
UK,
right?
so UK's good. They just Cal Perry, dude. He just, I don't know. I'm about to go on a rant.
I didn't
but-
realize he was still there. I thought he
Yeah.
retired.
No, he's got like a lifetime there, dude. He's one of those, like, they're like, we have the number 1 recruiting class in the nation, but then they get bounced in the 1st or 2nd round of March Madness. They hang their hats on getting all these recruits. They have all these dudes that they get from like middle of nowhere bumfuck Europe that can't clear the NCAA, so they sit on the bench. Like that Big Z dude or whatever his name is down there, like literally just got cleared last week. Like, I don't know. But that's neither here nor there. A few live hits, so we'll take that. I guess we'll go ahead and wrap up the show. 55 minutes without football. I think we did pretty good on that one. I want to thank the Dixon Way. I looked it up while we were going. It looks real, so like we appreciate the love, guys. Thanks for coming over and watching. Really appreciate all the. A few of them said they subscribed and liked, so thank you guys. We'll be back next week, next Wednesday at 9:30 Eastern, with millions of props for the Super Bowl. So get ready for that. Try to build a bankroll this week with some college basketball, NBA. Just try to build it up so you can hopefully not lose everything during the Super Bowl and quadruple your money or something like that. That'd be cool. That's my plan. We'll see how it goes. But thank you guys for watching. I'll start posting props every day, and we'll go from there. And I'll post my parlay for college basketball this weekend. And we'll see you guys next week. And thanks for watching.